Alright, I'm inside the bus and I'll show you guys where this indirect injector is here. So what you're looking at is the passenger side bank, and right here is the injector itself, the solenoid. This is a fuel line coming right off of the diesel fuel rail, and then this line runs down here, goes right into the exhaust right here. The catalytic converter is down there further on the exhaust, but this is right out of the let me get my light. It's right out of the turbo there. Got your NOx sensor, EGT sensor, and then that flows down here, and then that the little line right there is the diesel fuel injector for the catalytic converter, which is down there. So when that injector goes bad, the cat can't heat up enough, and that will cause excessive soot accumulation and causes service regen to not perform. So I've got the new one right there. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in right quick. So here's the old indirect injector. You can see there's a lot of carbon on the tip, and they just get plugged up over time. Yeah, this is a special tool. You need to disconnect the little plastic release here on those to get it off the fuel line, but new one is installed, and I'm gonna go ahead, back it out, do a service regen, and see if we reach the proper temperatures now. We got the new injector in there, so we'll see what happens. Alright, so basically I'm going to show you how to do a service regen here. As you can see, engine power is still reduced because of the soot accumulation. Got the Tech 2 here. Let's go build the vehicle. This is a 2014, but 13 model will still work. Basically, they're going to warn you that the exhaust is going to get really hot. Keep the back of the vehicle clear, stay with the vehicle, etc., etc. You'll notice I got the hood open too. You want to have the hood open while you operate this for a couple reasons. These have idle timers on them, so if they idle for more than 3 minutes, the timer shuts them off. So you open the hood, that disables the timer, and it's also for additional cooling, keep more airflow flowing in there while this gets really hot. There we go, you can see, open the hood, just did an oil change, so we're good there. I know sometimes they'll tell you to change the oil after this. You can see in the fourth one there. Stay with the vehicle, apply the parking brake. Could take up to 20 minutes. Make sure the engine's warm enough. If not, I'll have to warm it up. Yeah, I'm going to have to warm the engine up a little bit. Getting the engine coolant temperature up to 180, that's where they want you to have it before you do a service regen. So as soon as we hit 180 here, we'll go ahead and start. Alright. Go ahead and command it on here. I gotta reset it. Okay. What it'll do is it'll bring the engine up to a speed somewhere between 2,000 and 2,500 RPM, and the exhaust gas temperatures will steadily increase. Sensor 1 should read about 700-800 degrees. Sensor 2 should get up to 1200 degrees, and the others should be about the same as sensor 2. If those temperatures reach where they're supposed to be, then we'll know that the exhaust after treatment fuel injection right there system is working properly. The other thing too is this gets extremely noisy because the cooling fan is locked on, and as fast as that engine's spinning, that's how fast that cooling fan's going as well. There's no clutch slippage whatsoever, so it gets really loud. This is already looking good. As you can see, sensor 2 is reading higher than sensor 1. That means that fuel injector is working and pumping diesel fuel into the exhaust before the catalytic converter to heat it up. Now what we want to wait for is these other two temperatures to catch up. You can see we're running at about almost 40% on the after treatment fuel injector. This temperature should just steadily climb, just like it's doing. That's what burns up all the soot in the diesel particulate filter. As you can see, temperatures are still climbing, which is a good sign. Before, on the first test I did before replacing the injectors, none of these temperatures went over 700 degrees. So this is working perfect so far. Then after a while, once this gets hot, the soot mass should start to drop, just like you see right there. That means it's burning up all the soot that's been accumulated in the diesel particulate filter. How hot this is. I'm standing about 8-10 feet from the back of the bus here, and that's still really hot. I can't get any closer than that. It's just too hot. Okay, the regen successfully completed, and there were 11 codes stored in the ECM. Last ones here are the ones affected by the faulty injector. I'll just show you what we had here. This bus is probably also going to need an EGR cooler, but we'll do that later. This is the codes I was going after because they were causing a reduced engine power situation. Had this one here. This was my first indication that it was a bad after treatment fuel injector. And that's another code that'll set if it's not working properly. Of course, that one sets as well. And all those, as you can see, have passed. So I'm going to go ahead and clear the codes here. Like I said, it's probably going to need an EGR cooler as well, but that's something we're going to do later. I just got to get this bus back out on the road. Keep customers happy. Once that clears, go out for a quick test drive and make sure there's no more reduced engine power, no more check engine light, no more cleaning exhaust filter message. And we should be good to go. And that's how it's done.